Hi, Mallory. I see you in there. Is he refreshing? Oh, I see Ollie and I see Maddie. Let's see. We got a request from Maddie. Here she is. Let's see. Invite Ollie. Hi. I can. And Mallory. And then we're just waiting on Matt. I think.
I was literally just sitting there refreshing, waiting for this to start. I was like, where's my girl?
That's what Mallory said too. Wow. Do I have to, I don't know if I have to instruct you guys to turn on your camera or not.
For Ollie and Mallory, I just had to click on myself and then I could turn my own camera on. Super close to my face.
Well, I think I can invite you as well. There you are. All right, we're just waiting on Matt, and he said that he will join in just a second, which is perfect. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for being here, Ollie. I appreciate you joining my fun little game.
It reminded me of, was that 2 years ago? That we all did it?
It was a good while ago. Your microphone's a little muffled. Is there something over it, maybe? Gotta give you a fighting chance at making sure you get these Pokemon Family Feud questions. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm also, like, very nervous. So, bear with me, gang. Is there someone stream I should watch specifically? I'm not entirely sure how multi-guest works, so if you... So my stream might...
yours, Finn.
I don't know if it shows it as live for anybody else, so it's probably mine you'll have to see. Hello, Matt!
Hi! Can you hear me?
Yes!
Yay!
Yes, I can. Fantastic.
I was totally on time and ready. Thank you all.
Oh, you're good. It's 5:04. We're still getting set up. Okay. Amazing. What a good time. I'm so glad that you guys all can be here today. This is delightful. So let's see. I'm going to wait on Ollie. It appears we are looking at the sky before we get into it.
He might be fixing his microphone or something.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sorry, my mic isn't good.
Oh,
you're better now. Sounds better.
I think it was just covered by something.
That sounded great.
It's make it easier for me and Maddie to win. Like, as if we need the help.
Oh my god, I shift over just a tad bit and see how that looks. I might zoom in and out a little bit. We'll see. Oh, I'm so excited that you guys are all here. Thank you, everybody who's already in the chat and watching along with us. We're just getting set up. I worked very hard on this, and I hope you'll need to have some patience with me because probably I will mess up a couple of times, but it'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
Do you remember when we used to do Who's That Pokemon with Phil? And sometimes I would accidentally show you guys the next answer.
I do remember that. We're really good at game shows here in the Pokemon community. Hi, Leander. All right, can you talk real quick, Ollie, so I can see how you're...
Hi. Is that good? Not bad?
It sounds good. At first, it was a little garbled. I wonder if it's just like your phone sat on top of something weird?
Yes. I don't have anything to put it on. Like, what's a good thing to put it on?
I'm just using a tripod, so...
I don't have a tripod anymore.
I don't have a tripod. I wish I had a tripod.
I can hold it. I can honestly just hold my phone like this.
I think if you...
I'm so professional.
We gotta answer these questions quickly before his arm falls asleep.
Could you set
That's
it
why
on,
I just
like...
moved over here.
Could you set it on, like, The only thing I can think of is because it's on my desk is like Pokemon cards. Could you set up like 2 stacks of Pokemon cards that avoid the speaker?
Create an entire card tower like we had to do in middle school. But like,
exactly.
you have to...
Do you have a windowsill?
I do. That's where I usually film my videos.
Well, your audio and your
That's
videos
a
is
good
usually
one,
pretty
yeah.
good. Do you, if you want to try it. If you don't, that's also fine. I think I have it set up so there should be a way that you can buzz in without us me needing to hear perfectly. You use Legos to hold your phone up? That's so funny. If it's too much, it's all good. It's all good. Don't even worry.
Because I have to stand up. I stand up, so I'd be standing the whole time.
Oh, no. Don't do
I think
that.
if maybe
Don't do
you
that.
talk a little bit louder, that would shout
Not
your
my
mouth.
partner.
I can hold it. I'll hold
If
it.
you project a little
My
bit.
fault.
Just,
Do I sound
just,
okay?
it's okay. Just set it down, and if it becomes a really bad problem, then we'll, we'll figure it
My
out.
fault. It's my fault for not having a tripod ready.
No, it's
Only
okay.
you had a rampart.
A rampart. All right, let's get started. Let's see how we are. Okay, so thank you guys all for joining us for some Family Feud. We're gonna have a fantastic time. We're gonna open up this board here that I've created, and we're gonna answer some questions about Pokemon. And so here is our board here. Oh, I gotta move you around just a little bit because I still want you to be able to see the answers. I think I'm just gonna have to zoom out a little bit. Let's see. Well, you guys get to see the borders, so that's a little look behind the curtain, but...
It looks good like that.
Let's see. I think I can actually just stretch it really quick, and then it's like I never messed up in the first place. Like I said, pro at this. Did it... Okay, real quick. But so here we have today, the fairy-type fairies, and they will be competing against each other to see who will win in Pokemon Family Feud. And I am very excited to find out myself. But so the way this is going to work, let me read you off the rules. The game is going to consist of 2 rounds. The first round is going to be standard Family Feud, pretty much what you expect. There's the board, there's a bunch of answers up there, and each team will compete to guess the answers on the board for points. Whichever team wins will move on to the rapid fire round in the hopes of earning enough points for the bonus prize, which I will reveal after round 1. Do you guys have any questions about how this is going to go, or... Any thoughts, feelings, hallucinations?
Do we buzz in? Is that what we're doing?
For buzzing in, yeah, I'm gonna want you guys to like say buzz and wave your hands when you're buzzing.
Okay.
And so that way, like, I have a visible cue of what you guys are. But chat, if you wanna help me watch and make sure that everybody is good, can you guys see the text on the screen? Okay, or is it too small?
I can see it.
It's not too small. I just should focus more. Like, it's on me.
Okay,
No, you
sounds
don't
good.
need to focus. Don't worry about it.
All
I'm
right,
like, we're good.
Okay, so if you guys, on one person from the Rampart Baddies and one person from the Fairy-type Fairies, do you guys want to go first for the buzzer round?
Mallory, I defer to you. I think you should go
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Matt.
Ollie, you have more followers than me.
No, Matt. You're more confident than me. I'm like honestly nervous. I'm so scared.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm terrified right now. So it's
You're
all
doing
good.
amazing, sweetie.
Okay,
You're generous.
so Mallory versus... I think.
I guess it's just me, so I guess I win by default. We're gonna go ahead. Our team will take it.
I'll go. I got this.
All right. Okay. All right. Mallory versus Ollie for the first question. Do not buzz until I finish reading the question, and then you're free to do whatever you need to. All right. Question number 1. Name the most popular Pokemon.
Buzz.
I think that was really close, but I think it was Mallory.
Okay, I'm gonna say Charizard.
Charizard is actually answer number 2.
I was wondering. I was worried.
All right, Ollie, you have a chance to steal. Do you have a guess for me here?
I do.
What is your guess?
If this isn't number 1, Pikachu.
Yeah.
And
not
Pikachu
number
is the number 1 answer. I see where you got Charizard, but
Yeah.
but alas. All right, Ollie,
That's gonna be
Matt,
fun.
would you like to pass or would you like to play?
We'll totally play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Matt, now goes to you. Do you have a guess for what is the most
Buzz,
popular
buzz.
Pokemon? You don't have to buzz now. Not at this point.
You don't have to
You
buzz
have
that
to
hurt.
every time, every word.
I have to buzz
I'm
to
gonna
talk to
go
you.
with. She recently got her own game, Eevee.
Eevee is answer number 3. Very, very good. We still have 3 answers left on the board. Ollie, do you have a guess for the next one?
Yes. Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is unfortunately not on the board, so that is your first strike. That's your first strike.
I was gonna guess that, but since you did, that's embarrassing.
I will tell all of you guys, this is a hint for everybody. The answers that we received are not the answers that I think that people in my community or in my area of thought would have picked. I don't think they are the similar answers that your communities would pick either. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We're not as girly pop here in the answers as I would have expected.
Rainbows are not welcome in this course.
That's why we wish to record.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. You have 1 strike.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Ollie has 1 strike. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with Greninja.
Greninja is the number 4 answer on the board here. Obviously,
Not for
Pikachu and
extending.
Charizard have the majority of the points, but you could do it pretty good. All right, Ollie, what do you have a guess for 5 and 6?
This is a lot of pressure.
It's okay.
Are you allowed to say answers from chat or no?
Probably,
is there chat?
probably
I have
less so. But
I was saying, when we've done this before, I have to just like avoid looking down at the chat. You might be able to clear the chat too. If you hold down
I
and
just
then
tried, and
clear
it almost-
display, then you won't see the chat.
Oh.
I tried to swipe the chat, and it was like, "Leave the live."
get out of there!
Which way?
Yeah.
How do
Also,
I get rid of it? How do I get rid
I
of it? Sorry.
don't know.
Okay, I'll ignore it. I'm gonna say
You hold down like on the screen, hold your finger down, and a pop up should pop up, and you hit.
Oh, you ate that.
display.
Oh yeah, I got it.
it just says report. Report, no!
In the center of the screen,
Okay.
like if you just hold down,
Oh. Oh.
put a sticky note over the screen.
Report to everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna guess.
Okay.
I'm
I
taking
believe
a
in you,
chance.
Ollie.
I'm sorry, Matt, if this is wrong. I'm gonna say
Never apologize.
Mewtwo. This wasn't from chat,
Wow.
but I'm gonna say Mewtwo.
Mewtwo is
Good answer.
unfortunately not on the list.
I
Unfortunately,
thought that was such a good answer.
that's a good guess.
I
Though.
thought that was a good answer too.
Keep in mind, so that the pressure's off of you a little bit, every single round is out of 100 points, and so as you can see, we only have a couple of points left, so only a few people said these. They're not they're not the first answers that would come to your head, I'm
So
sure.
this could be like 4 people who are like, "I love Shuckle."
Could be.
The
Okay.
Aromatisse gang, they're all together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not
for
girly
my
pop
final
enough for
answer,
that.
I will be going with Perugly. No, just kidding. I'm
Alright,
going
last
to.
one.
I'm thinking of just like the ones that you see on merch, and
Mhm.
so I'm also thinking like which ones get included on merch.
Mhm.
And the Gengar Oreo was like expensive for a little bit, so I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with Oreo, Gengar. Sorry.
Gengar is the number 6 answer.
Oh my god!
There is still one that's a
Wait.
little bit more popular than Gengar.
Oh.
It's back to you, Ollie.
Matt could literally do this by himself.
I kind of am.
Wow. I mean,
Oh my god. The
I'm trying to
fairies are
think.
fighting.
do I want to go for a star?
It's all in fun.
Do I want to go for a star?
I believe in you.
Do you want to go to
You picked really good ones. You picked ones that were on my list too, so it's not like you're picking
Yeah,
random
like-
ones.
You're
Mhm.
picking good ones.
all these Gen 1s, and then we have Greninja.
To be fair, also on the polling that I did, we had like I would say like 250 answers total. Some of these that you
Oh, wow.
guessed were on that list, but they just didn't quite get enough people for it to appear on the board.
It was the 3 Shuckle fans.
Yeah.
The 3 Shuckle fans.
Yeah.
If we had 7 and 8, that's where they would have been.
There was a lot of Whooper in there, but I did ignore it. I did ignore it.
That's funny.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say Bulbasaur.
You're good.
Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is not
Good
on
answer.
the list. That was a really good answer. But so
It
that
was a
you're
good one.
not done yet. If Maddie and Mallory now have a chance to steal. If they get this number 5 answer, they take all the points. But if they don't, you get to keep the 95 that you've already earned. So, Maddie, Mallory, would you like
Do
to?
we get to
Are we
talk
allowed
to
to,
each
like,
other
talk?
about this? Because I have a
little-
guess.
A little bit.
I was gonna
a
say
little
I have 2 possibilities. So
Mallory, hear me out. Snorlax.
yeah, it's either Snorlax or Umbreon, in my opinion.
I think Umbreon's too specific.
Yeah, maybe just for the
Umbreon's
TCG.
really popular. We also
Umbreon's
there's all like the Espeon girlies.
I'm good with Snorlax. I'm good with Snorlax.
Yeah,
Those are my
okay,
2
we'll do
picks. I'm good with
Snorlax.
Snorlax. All right, so we're saying Snorlax.
Snorlax is your final answer?
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately,
Oh,
you should have gone with your other answer because it
Oh,
was Umbreon. So that means the fairy
Good job,
type
guys. I didn't think
fairies,
of either of those.
the fairy type fairies are gonna get 95 points for what is already
Right.
on here. You guys did so well though. You covered so much
That
of
was
the
great.
board. Those are both really good guesses. Snorlax is again one that did show up in there, but it didn't make it quite past Gengar, which I was really surprised by actually, because I thought a lot more people were gonna like it. Okay, let's see.
I just want to know why there's so many more Greninja fans.
I think it's
Don't get me started.
I think it's an age gap thing. I think it's the kids who started watching it like XY era really enjoyed Greninja. All right, let's see. So I added up all the points for you guys. We're gonna hide these all real quick. And
This is so fun. Thank you, Finn.
thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun doing
That
it.
was a lot of pressure for you two to just have to sit there and try to name them all. Kind of glad to have watched it first.
You guys did a really good job, though. It was I was really impressed. All right, so we have
The
question
second you
2.
said Snorlax. Oh, I was saying the second you said Snorlax, I thought you guys got it.
Yeah.
I apologize for interrupting.
I'm really surprised that Snorlax wasn't higher on there. But we have question 2 coming up, so that's going to be Maddie versus Matt here for buzzing. And remember to buzz, you just buzz and like wave, and that helps me clock it. But don't buzz in until I finish reading. All right, so question number 2 here. Name a Pokemon that would make a good pet.
Buzz.
I think it was Maddie there.
I didn't say anything. It was definitely Maddie. I was like, and I didn't say Buzz.
All right, what do you got for me, Maddie?
Okay. So first of all, I know that this went out to all of our communities, so I feel like they're gonna be fucking biased as hell. And based on that, and I know this went out to my Discord, and my whole fucking platform is built off Chansey is the ideal pet. So I kind of want to say that. I'm sorry, Mallory, if I'm throwing it, but like I know my Discord filled out this survey, so I'm gonna say Chansey.
Unfortunately, Chansey is not on the board. I'm sorry.
Damn, I can't believe they all sold us out.
The pumpkin patch did not pull their weight in here. All right, Matt, do you have a chance to steal? What do you have for me as what Pokemon would make a good pet?
It worked last round. I'm going to do it again. We're going to go with Eevee.
Eevee is going to be the number 1 answer for this. So, Team Fairy type Fairies gets to make the choice. Are you guys going to pass or are you going to play?
What do you think, Ollie?
I think we should play.
Let's play!
I
All
really
right.
want Ollie to turn around and get like all the rest of the 5.
Amazing.
He's gonna.
All right, Ollie, you got the next guess up. What you thinking? What you feeling?
Okay.
You got this, buddy.
Okay. Oh gosh. This is harder than I
It
thought.
really is dependent upon like new gen versus like that's really what
Yeah.
it's on, I feel like.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
which
suddenly I can't
generation
even
did
think
they
of a
see the first cat?
I was really surprised by all the answers,
Right?
honestly.
I'm thinking of all the cats right now. Should I
That's a
take a
good-
chance or should I take it's like popularity or actually like should I take a chance? Okay.
Feel whatever you're feeling. I trust you.
I'm going to say it's I'm sorry, this is not gonna be on there. I'm gonna say Skitty.
Skitty?
Oh my god, I was going to say that next.
Yeah? It better be
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Skitty is not on there.
Remember,
remember,
like, good answer.
remember, the girly pops did not show up for this Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
You literally
Fucking
always
followers
pick
filled
the
out this
one
survey.
that I'm going to say next, and then you
Hey,
save
we've
me
seen-
from saying it.
Remember who our demographics are different. Not
Okay.
necessarily by choice.
A good pet. Oh, I'm gonna go with Growlithe because there was that episode where James had one as a pet.
Good
And
answer.
people
Good answer.
liked that. Yeah.
All right, Growlithe is the number 2 answer. It was Growlithe or Arcanine. I would have taken both of those. Very good
I
guess,
have a
Matt.
Growlithe. Thank you.
It makes sense. You're a Growlithe enjoyer. I figured you would get that one.
I love
All right.
Growlithe. I'm
Ollie,
looking out.
Ollie, it's
Mine's
back
okay.
to you. What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Oh God, here we go again.
We believe in you. It's okay.
It's okay that you're like 0 for 4.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like what would be a good Pokemon just sit on the couch with and cuddle. You
Don't
know?
rely on the realistic trend going on right now, because that.
Yeah, Kyogre?
You're like
Excellent pet,
shaming
because I love the
Yeah.
ocean.
Me and my Latias all cuddle up.
Me and my Dragonite, because I love to travel.
Yeah, like, literally, I love to travel, therefore I have a Dragonite.
I took history, so I have a Kabutops.
I said this Pokemon already, but I'm gonna say Bulbasaur again.
Bulbasaur?
I think that would be
Good
a
answer.
one.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm sorry, Ollie, but Bulbasaur is not on the board. I'm so sorry.
Useful team member right here. Most useless team member over here. I'm so sorry, Matt.
You're not useless. You're the reason we even got to play the first round was because of you.
It's true. He's right.
You can't even argue with that one. Try.
Matt,
Okay,
Matt, do you have a guess for me here today? You have two.
I'm thinking of like.
strikes.
Oh, well, that makes it a little harder. I'm gonna go with Munchlax.
Good answer. Good answer.
Munchlax is unfortunately not on the board, so it goes over to the Rampart baddies to try to steal.
Sorry, Ollie.
All right, Maddie, I'm thinking. Blame me
Hey,
out.
it doesn't matter. I defer to you.
That cat family. I mean, if Skitty's not on it, that's concerning. But I feel like everybody thinks of Glameow. I don't know if we're allowed to say the family together in that context, kind of like how you have Growlithe and Arcanine.
There's a few of them that I combined because they were commonly appeared
Yeah.
together, but
I think Glameow. I thought Meowth because I did see people joking about like Payday and it's a cat.
yeah.
But Glameow.
That's just a cat that I feel like I see people reference more.
Do the girlies reference it more or do people reference it more?
Well, I guess, yeah.
I think that the
also
girlies
go with
are
the
really
dog.
not winning on that.
I'm looking at mine. I mean, because we have like Yamper and
Yeah. Lillipup.
yeah.
Um,
I almost wanted to say a bird, but
not in front of Maddie.
Brigatito.
Oh, Sprigatito. That's a more recent one. That could be on people's mind.
All right, gotta get a final answer pretty soon.
Yeah, what do
Can't
you
give you
want?
too much time.
Whatever you want to say, Mallory. I led us astray last time.
Yeah, but I did too. So.
In 3,
Brigatito.
2, 1. Is
She
Sprigatito
said
your final answer?
Brigatito.
No, she said
Sprigatito?
Sprigatito.
Sprigatito is not on the board here.
Wow.
So that
Glameow
means
I thought
was
y'all
on there. I'm
got
gonna be
that.
really mad.
the 52 points are going to the fairy type fairies. So that's gonna bring them
Thank you,
to
Matt.
147.
Look at that.
That which is surprising.
And more to see.
In the number 6 answer, we had Meowth. Meowth was
Meowth
on the
was
board.
there.
Meowth is in the or Mewtwo for y'all in Maddie's community. The number 5 answer was Yamper. People were really all
Said
about
that
Yamper.
one.
You know, a corgi makes sense. We got number 4. There was Fido and Dashbun. Were being very commonly
I
spoken of.
forgot they exist.
Dogs. Not a lot of cat loves.
You
And
really
then-
It
have
actually
those.
makes sense.
And then number 3, we had Rockruff, which I'm really surprised Matt didn't.
I'm
pick. That
mad.
feels
A
like
lot of people's
Yeah.
realistic Pokemon. I did not
That's a
realize
good one.
Rockruff had such a fucking fandom.
people love
Yeah.
Rockruff. It's a good little dog.
It is.
It is a good little dog.
That
That's
chunky
funny.
Lycanroc in the anime now too.
Yeah,
That's
I had
so cute. I saw
I
that
had-
today.
a very hard time. Like when I was like going through the stats on these, like every single time I'd pull up like what the final 6 were, I'd look at it and be like, really? But that's what the people said, I suppose. All right, we have question number 3. So that's gonna be Mallory versus Ollie again, right? Okay.
So Ollie.
All right. Once again, don't buzz in until I finish reading the question. Name an extremely controversial Pokemon.
Buzz.
Okay, Ollie, what do you have?
I'm gonna say Jinx.
Jinx is the number 1 answer. So the fairy type fairies get control of the board once again. Would you guys like to pass or play?
What are you thinking, Ollie?
Well, you're the best. You should make the decision.
I have one answer in my head, but I don't know if I have 5 answers in my head.
What if we don't play it? Do we still get the or do they play it?
They play through it.
To steal.
Exactly, just like
I
they
feel
have.
really- I feel really good about one answer. We should let them play it and just try to steal it.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so they're gonna pass.
What do you think?
All right, Mallory, would you like the first guess here on this table?
No. My opinion of controversial is different than like this. So, controversial.
So whatever
I guess-
controversial means.
Gardevoir?
I feel
Gardevoir
like you're
is
going
not
down
on the
path.
list.
It's a terrible path.
That was a
but
good
one
answer,
percent-
What I
though.
should pick because apparently it's only men who did this survey. So.
Gardevoir is not on this list of 6. I will tell you though, it was just below like number 6. That was one of the ones that was eliminated.
That was a good answer.
So you have one strike. Maddie, would you like to try?
Vaporeon.
Yeah, that was gonna be my other one.
Vaporeon is number 3.
Here we go. Good job. Good answer. Good answer.
All right, Mallory, get
Feels
back
like a
into
terrible, disgusting answer.
See, that's what I mean. Like when I was thinking controversy, I was just like, oh, like that has like a divided fandom. But like if this is the route we're going,
I think yes. I think you're right.
yeah.
In every
Because I
way that
want to
you're
say
thinking about it.
Charizard. Like that's literally what I want to say is I want to say Charizard.
Is that your final answer?
Hey, send
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Charizard's number 2.
Oh.
Charizard
All right. Okay.
showed up. Charizard
Yeah.
has been showing up.
Yeah.
All right, we have 4, 5, and 6 left. Maddie, do you have your guess? You still only have 1 strike.
Okay, so I don't think that this Pokemon is particularly controversial, but obviously it really shook the fandom in the last year. So I'm going to say Typhlosion.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Unfortunately, not on the board. That is your second strike. Oh, that was
Whoa,
one of the ones that I
that
think
was
was
a good
below. Was below again. Yeah. There were a few people who said it, but not. It wasn't the most controversial to a lot of people.
I'm just like, what do you mean by controversial?
The Torchic.
So like if Gardevoir wasn't there.
I understand why the other ones are on here. They are, but I wouldn't. Yeah.
No,
I get it,
like
but-
I get what people are doing. I just don't know
Yeah.
what people are doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I would be just as confused as you guys if I was on the other side.
Controversial. Then I feel like I'm gonna. I don't think this is on there. I don't want to say it. I guess I'll just round it out and say Lopunny, but I don't think it's on there. But I'm gonna go with it. 'Cause I can't think of
Lopunny
any
is
fruits.
in fact on the
That has
board.
to be stopped.
I don't know where Gardevoir was in all of
Guys,
this.
if Gardevoir's not there, then why are the others there?
Who even knows? Who even knows? I was very confused. All right, Maddie, it's back to you.
Fan.
There's 2 more on here. There's 2 more on here.
Hold
You
on,
have
can
2
we do
strikes.
quick math? How many votes are left on the last 2?
Not many. It would be anything. It would be under 9.
There's 13 total votes.
It's gonna be like
on here.
2
I did the
people
math
who
on
just really hate like Bayleaf or something.
Why?
I think I'm gonna say Chikorita just because people fucking hate her.
While I understand your position, Chikorita is not on the board, and that is your final strike. All right, Matt, Ollie, you have a chance to steal.
Ollie, I still have one in mind.
You
That's
guys can
the one I was
discuss
gonna
still.
say.
Like,
You guys can still
pose,
discuss.
Thinking pose.
Ollie, do you have one?
I have one, but I kind of want to hear yours. I wonder if it's the same one.
I think it might be. I think we went a different route with this.
You guys can just
I was
discuss.
gonna say Porygon.
Yeah, that was mine.
Is that your final answer?
Do you want to go with that? Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Porygon.
If it's not on there.
That's a good one.
Porygon is the 6th answer on the board. Very well done, y'all.
Wait,
oh
I don't
my
think
goodness.
I know why it's controversial.
It was like
Because it got banned.
It
in
got
the anime.
banned.
So that episode was the one that caused all those seizures. But it's
Gotcha. Oh,
controversial because
right.
it wasn't
Okay. I was like,
Porygon.
It was Pikachu.
and then you said ban. I'm like,
And they can't ban
her.
her. They can't ban her.
They can't
Got
ban the
it.
tired rat. They cannot.
The answers were like a mix
Oh,
of like
man.
real life controversies with like fandom.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why I was
Right.
like controversial. I was just thinking ones that like the fandom was super divided on, like liking. So Charizard,
Right.
Meganium,
Charizard is a good answer.
like those kind, like
Yeah.
basically most of the starters.
Yeah, I left it pretty
Was not
open on
thinking, like
purpose.
controversial because it depicted harmful things.
I do
was
think that you
perverted.
guys, not a single guess that you guys made was one that I thought was out of pocket. I'm pretty sure all of them appeared at least once in the form, but it's how the top 6 crumbles. The answer for number
the
5, the answer for number 5 was Incineroar, which I also.
Right.
See, like that's one I hate. So
It wouldn't have been my first choice. It would have been my guess for what 6 to be on here, but I understand.
no,
why
if
it's
you
on
know
there.
if you know competitive, you know that's
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right.
very
Gotta like fold up my notes real quick. Hold on, switch to the next page. I have like a 4-page little thing of notes to make sure I stay on track here. Okay, so
You're
we
nailing it.
have question number 4. Okay, so that's Matt versus Maddie on the buzzer? Okay.
I'll make a noise this time, I promise.
I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Doesn't matter. You're gonna get it anyway. I wouldn't worry.
Maddie's like, if you don't, it's totally fine.
All right. So, question number 4. Wait to buzz in. Oh, wait, hang on. No, we're good. Okay, wait to buzz in until I finish reading the question. What is a Pokemon that is commonly hated?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Maddie?
That was Maddie.
Charizard.
Charizard is answer number 2. Answer number 2 on the board. Matt, do you have a guess for me to try to
So,
steal?
the first one that came to mind, and I'm so sorry if this isn't right, but my brain said Zubat.
Zubat? Zubat is on here, but it's number 3. So
Wow.
Maddie and Mallory have control of the board. Would you guys like to play?
Pocket.
Mallory, you want
I
to
think-
play? Do you think we know Pokemon?
I think we
you
have to
don't
play.
like?
We haven't played one yet. Or no, yeah, we did. We just played one. I don't know. I'm good to play.
Yeah,
I
haven't.
don't see why not. Let's play it.
Just kidding.
Okay.
All right, would
play
you guys like to play? Okay. All
Yes.
right. So it's going to go back to Mallory. What is your guess for what's on the board?
Meganium, my girl. Meganium.
Meganium is in answer number 5. It was in fact the whole Chikorita line,
whole line.
was mentioned in general, which I totally agree with. People hate her, and they do. She doesn't deserve it.
It's
She
because
doesn't
they'll
deserve it.
never be her.
They'll never be her.
They'll never be her.
All right, it's back to you, Maddie. Who?
I feel I don't want to like talk through my process because I don't want to give it away in case they steal.
Yeah,
but there's
don't.
like a couple where I'm like, well, I fucking hate them.
No, you gotta think big picture.
I'm gonna say Jinx.
Jinx? Jinx is very surprisingly not on the board at all. I'm very surprised at
She's
the
had a
ones that we're
resurgence
seeing here.
lately because of
She
Drag
has.
Race.
It's true. All right, so you have 1 strike. It goes back to Mallory. There's still 3 answers on the board.
I'm gonna go again with Incineroar.
Gonna go with Incineroar. Incineroar again, not on the board, unfortunately.
Whatever.
All right, Maddie, it's back to you.
Frankly, I'm not seeing enough hate for Incineroar.
Holly, I'm nervous because I don't have an answer if we have to steal.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number
I'm
1
gonna go
answer.
with like another just like freaky little fucker, Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime is on the board at number 4. He is still there.
Wow, good
Still,
answer.
That description was so good.
you still have answers 1 and 6. Mallory, you have 2. You have 2 strikes out, so, though.
Should I keep it in the family with starters?
Whatever you want to do.
It's me asking myself. That's not me asking anybody. It's just me thinking. Because,
Why am I so high up? I just realized I'm like really high up.
I feel like I have to. I don't know. What's number 1? That's stressing me out.
Give me a little
Yeah, how do we
pause.
not get that?
It's the number 1 answer.
the most? What's the question? Most commonly hated.
Commonly hated.
Should I?
It's hard.
Dare I say Pikachu?
Pikachu
Oh,
is
I hate
not
him.
on the board, unfortunately.
I'm like, I don't know what number one could be.
So that it goes back over to Matt and Ollie. You get to try to steal for answers 1 and 6.
Okay, let's talk this out, Ollie. My first thought was like Magikarp.
I was thinking Magikarp too, but I also thought of like maybe like an early route, like normal type.
Like Rattata.
Rattata. I was even. No, people don't hate Bidoof, do they? Do people hate Bidoof? I don't know.
Sorry, did somebody call me?
I think people hate every Pokemon.
Did
for
somebody
some
say
reason.
something really nice about me?
I feel like people started
No?
off hating Bidoof and now they love Bidoof, but I kind of want to say Rattata. I don't know.
He-
But Magikarp, those
Which
are.
one? Those are all like three memey ones. And I think like I didn't consider Bidoof, but that's because like I irrationally love it. But I agree that that's kind of the most memey one. Because like would Rattata be number one? Nobody hates rats that much. Nobody's like, I would play Pokemon, but those Rattatas. Like,
That dang rat is in there.
yeah.
I loved
And, like,
Alola until I saw they gave it another rat.
Yeah. And then you have to pay $500 for that Magikarp early on, so he's also like, for me, it's Magikarp or Bidoof, and I'll let you pick which one because it might be Rattata, and then like that's on me.
I'll go. I would say Magikarp.
Okay, let's do Magikarp.
All right, final answer Magikarp. Magikarp is number 6.
What's number one?
Number 1, I don't think any of you guys were gonna get it because I think you all like this Pokemon. Number 1 was Bruxish with 27.
Oh, you're so right. None of us would have.
None of you disliked Bruxish at
I feel
all.
like- I've like paid to get that card just because I'm like pretty fish.
I
But-
was thinking of all. Well, because I was ready to say Delphox or Quaquaval. Those were my other answers.
I was thinking like Tepig.
That was a
I
good
thought that would have been a
Yeah,
good
like
one.
any of the starters that we love.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
That's a
Maybe
fun
some of the
question.
Ultra Beasts. People really don't like some of those.
Roxas.
Ugh.
That makes so much sense.
But
And
it
yeah,
was-
this is really evident that it was not a girly pop sample size.
It was not a girly pop sample size. Your communities did not show up for me here. All right.
They would have
Well-
been like Abra.
Just like something random.
Yeah.
Okay, my gosh. Okay. Okay, so we're on to question 5 here. Let's see. And question 5 only has 5 answers because they were very commonly on here. Who
Me and
again?
Ollie.
Okay,
Yeah,
you and Ollie.
Ollie.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Question 5. Name an iconic Pokemon from Ash's team besides Pikachu.
Buzz.
Yes, Mallory.
Oh gosh. Well, I feel like I have to. Now I'm torn. I like had one. I'm gonna say Bayleaf.
Let's see. Bayleaf is not on the board. Ollie, do you have a
Come
guess for
on.
me?
Dare I say it? Dare I say it?
I think
I'm
you
gonna
dare.
say Charizard.
Yeah, that was the other one.
I do believe you
What'd you
dare.
say?
Charizard got 48 points and was the number 1 answer. Do you guys want to pass or do you want to play?
I'm kind of down to play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We got 4 answers on the board. Matt, do you have an idea of what one might be?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with his. If like lines are like a thing, I was thinking like Caterpie and Butterfree were like 2 really iconic ones for like the anime for his team, and so I'm gonna go with Caterpie.
Because you said it in there, I'm gonna give it to you. It's Butterfree. Butterfree is answer number 4
Thank you
on
so
here.
much. That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, because bye bye Butterfree. You know, it's that you
Yeah, I
knew
like
what was happening.
The plot arc, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be mean about all this. All right, Ollie, what do you have for me for your next guess?
Do I do a me answer or do I maybe take a risk? Like, okay. Lapras?
Lapras is not on the board. You have 1 strike.
Sorry, Matt.
That's okay. I
All right.
I like Lapras a lot.
What about you, Matt? That was an iconic
I'm gonna-
episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm going to say He catches the Squirtle from the Squirtle Squad, and that's the Squirtle.
Mm.
Squirtle is number 3 on the board. Good guess, Matt. All right, Ollie
you.
is back to you. What are you thinking?
Do I do it more present day? Like,
It's very hard.
like I'm thinking no.
I'm really glad I'm the one
I know it's
hosting
hard.
this and not answering like you guys.
I'll try to go more present day. Gengar?
Gengar is not on the board. No.
Oh,
You got
that was
two
a
strikes.
good guess.
That was a
Sure, that
good
one would
one.
be.
It's a good guess. All right, Matt, last guess. Or maybe not if you get it.
I'm also going to go kind of recent, and I'm going to say Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime is not on the board. Mallory and Maddie have a chance to steal here.
Okay.
Mallory, I feel like Greninja has to be on there.
That's
That's a good one. That or Talonflame. Yeah, like I think Greninja's because I was like thinking new gen because I'm thinking of like his champion team because they are so iconic, but they don't seem to be on the list. Like his Sirfetch'd and his Lucario.
Well, but like also though and going that way, these are all his Gen 1s. So part of me is like, well, his Bulbasaur. But
Right.
I feel like
Greninja's a great. I think that's a great pick.
Greninja. Yeah.
I think that's a great pick. Yeah, I'm going
All
with
right, Greninja, final answer?
that.
yes.
Greninja is the number 2 answer, so you guys get these points. You get
Let's
Good
go.
job, guys.
add these
It's nice
92.
to finally win one.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's only round 5. You still have plenty of time. All right. The number 5 answer was Infernape, which was on
That's
his
not.
Diamond and
not have
Pearl
gotten
team.
No, I was gonna say I'm sorry, but his entire like champion team is. Where's his Dracovish?
Yeah.
Nobody was here for the Gen 8 anime, apparently.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
it's
this is
8
a lot of
people for
old
Infernape
heads.
is kind of a lot, too.
a lot of old heads here.
That's what I'm just like. His whole team, his champion team is so good.
Okay, let me see.
I was also
real
thinking like
quick.
Mach and Tauros. Because those are
I
the ones in
got
the
all
anime
the
that like,
Tauros that he caught.
yeah.
That was an answer that a lot of people were putting, but it didn't make it. Wait, hang on. Where's my question? It didn't make
Less
it.
than 8 for Infernape.
Yeah, it had less than 8, and it just wasn't
Ah.
quite common enough to like put it on the board at that point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. So we did question 5. We're on to question 6. We have our next 2 buzzers. We got Maddie and Matt. Let's see. We're gonna go for question 6, and it is name a supporting character from the anime. Anyone besides Ash?
Buzz.
It was
All right, Matt. What do you have?
Misty.
Misty is the number 2 answer. Maddie, you have a chance. You have a chance for the number 1.
Oh my god, there's like 3 that I want to say that are all specifically from the first season because it seems like that's what they would pick from. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna say Brock.
Yeah, go with your gut. Good answer. Good answer.
Brock is the number 1 answer, so you
Let's
guys have
go!
control
Good
of
job.
the board. Would you like to pass or would you like to play?
Do you want to play or do you want to?
So here's my thing, Mallory, is I am an anime watcher and I do have answers. I fear anything from the seasons I haven't seen though is all you.
Okay, then I can stick with those guesses if you want.
Okay,
So you want to play?
sure.
Okay, we'll play.
Okay.
Sure.
I also want everybody to keep in mind, looking at this, with Brock and Misty, 76 points out of total 100 are gone. Just
crazy.
putting that out there. If you guys don't guess these last 4, 76%.
So.
It's a lot of people. All right, Mallory, it is your chance to guess, I believe.
All right, I'm gonna go with Serena.
Serena is on the board at number 5 with 4
Oh
points.
yeah, okay.
And Maddie, it's back to you.
I don't know if this counts because he's just an antagonist, but is Gary on there?
It
That
would
kind of
count, but Gary is
supporting
not on the
character.
board,
it
unfortunately.
would. That's not necessary.
if Gary is a supporting, it's literally any character that appears in the anime that isn't
I was gonna
Ash.
say it's a supporting character.
Hmm.
It's not. Is it? It's all humans, not Pokemon.
Yes, it is all humans. Yes, I'll give you that.
Okay. Then can I say his mom?
His mom is not on there, unfortunately. So you guys got 2
She's very
strikes.
supportive.
It's back to Maddie.
I also I don't know that people would include this, but Professor Oak.
Professor Oak is not on there, unfortunately. I'm so sorry.
That's what I was thinking.
It's back over to the fairy type fairies. Do you guys have a guess to steal?
Okay, Ollie. I have two ideas in mind. I also was thinking of Professor Oak, but Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny were like the two in my mind that like people might think of as like the supportive roles with those words specifically. What were you thinking?
Well, I was even thinking like supporting. I was even thinking like Team Rocket, Jesse or James.
Oh my gosh. They're like half the show.
I don't know how I
Whole, like,
phrase that. I don't know if that counts as like
Team Rocket. Would Team Rocket be an answer if we were to answer that?
I would, yeah.
I would
I would accept
kind of
that.
want Jesse and James.
Let's do it, Ollie. Yeah. I like that, Ollie.
Jesse and James.
Jesse and James are not on the board.
Darn.
So that
I
means
think the last two are Nurse and
that means that Maddie and Mallory are gonna get the 80 points on here. So let me do some quick math real quick before I
Good
move
job.
One of
along.
them is Tracy. I'm gonna throw something.
I just assume it's like go, and that's the only other one I got.
Oh yeah, Lico Roy.
Oh, go
But
with
they're
Alright.
not. They're not supporting characters. Well, I guess Roy
Yeah,
is
true, they're like
technically a
protect-
supporting character, or I don't know. I don't know. I would have said go. Would have been my other guess.
Do you want to know what's on the board, or do you want to keep discussing?
I want to
No,
know.
Okay, I don't want to like cut off any discussion.
Let's go. We're just like, yeah.
No,
All
you're
right.
fine.
Answer in number 6, and I have to say this is definitely because of Maddie. Is Nurse Joy?
Oh my god.
There's no way.
That was a good guess, Matt. That was
And
really
it was only 3 people
My
though.
followers show up.
It was only 3 people though, but it was significant enough. All right, number 4 was May, who was in the Hoenn region version.
Forgot about
She was Maddie. For your clarification, May is basically the Misty of Gen 3.
Okay.
And then number 3 is Dawn, who is once again the Misty of Gen 4.
But
yeah, not even-
they're not all the same.
Really though.
Not
I
even
can't
that
believe
many
Team
people
Rocket didn't make
answered.
that list.
Yeah.
It was barely answered on there. I was very confused. I was very
That makes
confused.
sense that people can only name Brock and Misty.
Yeah,
They're just like Brock, Misty. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all they know.
that's so funny.
I specifically didn't say name like the most well-known supporting character because I
Yeah,
knew
just
I was
name
going to
any.
get all of them.
Yeah.
I said name anyone, and they were just like Brock and
Jesse
Misty.
and
I was like,
James is a great answer because they're there the entirety. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good answer.
I
I'm shocked
wasn't-
at that.
I wasn't gonna. If that's the answer that you wanted to do, I wasn't gonna make you like debate whether you were gonna say Jesse or James because I was like, no, I probably would have like lumped them together. If
No, that's so funny. You're like, yeah, lump them together. I'm like, perfect. And you're like, they're not fun. I was like, you know what? We're all on the same page. We're all on the same page.
if they had been on the board, I would have put Jesse and James together. So I was just like, it's...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
All right, let's see. Okay, we have another one that only has 5 answers on here. We are on to question number 7, and can you remind me once again
us.
who that's going to be? Thank you.
One of the odd ones.
Apologies for my brain not working all the way, but here we go. All right, so question number 7. Name a mainline Pokemon game.
Buzz.
All right, Ollie, what do you got for me?
Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Red and Blue are on the list as number 2. Mallory, you have a chance still.
Do I go with the fan favorites or do I go with
Fan favorite, send it.
See, I gotta say Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl are not on here.
Good! Anyways.
That's wild. Not even be on there is crazy.
Not on here.
Okay.
So I need to preface also, some of these are broken up, not all of them are broken up.
Heard.
I don't know how to explain that without telling you answers, but
Heard.
Oh.
all right,
Let's do it, Ollie. You want to
Would
play?
you like to pass or play?
What are you thinking?
I think we should play.
Okay.
Matt just likes doing activities.
Do you not know mainline
Ollie, how are you
Pokemon games?
feeling? I think you might have a couple of strikes you've earned.
Well, yeah, as I've been doing in this game, I haven't been performing that well, but I'm down. I'm down to play.
Yeah, you
You've
know
been
what? I
performing
believe
well.
it.
I wouldn't
It's
worry.
not about performing well, it's about having a good old time.
I
Locked
believe
it.
in you.
Let's do it. We'll play.
All right. So, Matt, would you like to give me an answer for this board here?
Emerald.
Emerald is the
Like
number
the way
one
you said
answer. Is the number one answer.
Good answer.
People
like
love them
that
some
game.
emerald. They love emerald.
Yeah.
Do.
All right, Ollie, it's your turn. You're up.
Should I just say, like, if I was doing a Gen 2 game, do I just say one of them, or do I say both of them? Like, or does that give away an answer? Pick a favorite?
Well, let's see.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming if you pick one and Finn paired it, then you would get both because you said blue and you got red and blue.
Correct.
So
So, like, Red and Blue is a Gen 1 game. Leaf Green Fire Red is a Gen 1 game. Let's Go games are a Gen 1 game. They're separate, but they're grouped together with their pairs. Does that make sense?
none of those are Gen 1 games except for red and blue.
I'm just afraid if I say okay. Gold?
Don't be afraid of anything.
Gold?
I get what you mean though.
Gold is not on the board here.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's okay. I'm gonna go with Crystal.
Crystal, also not on the board.
Damn, I thought that was the loophole. I thought I ate that up.
No, I see where you got there. I would
Yeah.
count Crystal
Emerald.
separate from gold and
Eight with
silver.
emerald.
And you ate with the next one you're gonna do.
Exactly.
All right, one more try. Unless you get it, and then you have more. Rebel Rouser, those are not mainline games, so those would not count for this category. They said Stadium and Snap. Those are not mainline games.
Great games though.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to say I have 3 options.
Wait, this is so stressful when it's like almost the easiest category.
I know, for real.
You would think,
I
but it's
feel
just whatever
bad,
people
like-
are talking about.
Right.
Say Scarlet.
Period. Good
What did you
answer.
say?
Yeah.
Wait,
There you
can
go.
say it
There you
again?
go.
Scarlet.
Scarlet? Scarlet is not on the board, surprisingly enough.
Good job.
Maddie and Mallory,
That
you
was
have
a
a
good answer.
It was. I'm so surprised. Maddie, Mallory, Rampart Baddies. You have a chance to
Okay.
steal.
Do we go with trusting that people know that PLA is in fact a mainline game?
So, okay, that was my question, is that when we played this game before with Kyle, there was controversy
It's on the Pokemon website. It is
whether or
considered
not
a mainline
PLA
game.
is a mainline game.
Or do we play it safe and go with black and white?
I was going to say black and white.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Is black and white your final answer?
Yes. Yes.
Black and white is not on the board here
Good
today.
riddance,
That's crazy.
Mallory's
if
gonna
PLA
fight.
is on there, then I will at least respect.
I bet
people's,
PLA
like-
is on there.
PLA was something that a lot of people guessed, but it was not on the board overall. The answer in number...
Oh.
Actually, hang on. Let me do math so fast. I have to
This
do
is the
that before I
hardest
get... Hold on. I gotta do some math really fast, because that's gonna... If I mess
Are
that
my
up, then...
babies X and Y there?
Okay, so my other guess was, is it going to be fucking X and Y because ZA is coming out?
Maybe they said ZA.
I bet it's silver. I bet people love silver.
The games that are on here, starting at answer number 5, are Fire Red and Leaf Green, which
Okay.
I maybe shouldn't have said anything about when I was giving my example, but
No,
here it is.
That's totally fine. I would never even have thought of them. even if-
Number 4 is Yellow, which a lot of people
Yeah.
loved.
Oh my gosh, is anybody who has played a game after Gen 1 done this survey?
Yes, in fact, because answer number 3 was
Yes, a lot of
Platinum.
Whoa.
I should have guessed that.
Yeah, you were so close. I wanted to give it to you, but I was like,
No, it's
nobody
fair.
said Diamond and Pearl. It was all specifically
No, it's
Platinum. I just felt so bad.
Especially when me and Ollie were like, gold, silver, crystal.
That's great. Okay, why is this only 35-year-old men who took this survey?
I feel like Gen 2 is like always people's favorite, so it's interesting that that one wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
But
not as many
Well,
people.
when there were 2 Gen 1 games and then the remake of the Gen 1 games in 3 out of 5 spots, there wasn't much room for anything else.
You
I
have
was
to
like,
laugh.
I saw the
Z-
fire red leaf green. I was like, if the Let's Go is on here.
No way.
Can you
No,
imagine?
There's no way that would make it.
There were a decent
think
amount of
Gen
votes
Z
for Legends
had-
Arceus, though. People did know that was mainline. It just
Good.
wasn't quite enough.
I think Gen Z Emerald was their like yellow.
Yeah. People
Yep.
do really like it.
Yes, it was. I love Emerald.
They do.
Yes.
They really like Rayquaza.
Yeah, I played Emerald and Leaf Green for like 750 hours each, and so
It's so
personally, I get it. But
I'm playing Sea Glass Emerald Sea Glass right now. It's so good.
I've heard excellent things
Is
about
that where
Seaglass.
the moose is?
Yeah. I have a shiny Zangoose named Bamoose.
Oh, I have seen that. Yes,
I
yes.
love Baloo.
It's so cute. Bamoose.
All right. So we have question number 8. So that's going to be Matt versus Maddie here, if I am
Yes.
correct. Question number 8. Name a spin-off Pokemon game.
Buzz.
Buzz.
I think it was Maddie there.
I'm
Oh.
gonna say Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon
Good
Snap
answer. Good answer. Good
is
answer.
on here. Is indeed on here. Also, I grouped a lot of these. Not all of them, but a lot of these games are like. There's been multiple, and so if you say like Pokemon Snap, it need to be Pokemon Snap 64. It doesn't need to be Pokemon Snap Switch. Just Pokemon Snap will do it.
Okay, I was gonna say if number one's new Pokemon Snap. I'm
There's
gonna
no way
buy
New
it.
Snap is number 1.
That'd be crazy.
Can you imagine?
All
I'm
right,
like,
Matt, you have
new. Love it.
Matt, you have a chance to
I-
steal here.
I have a couple in my head, but I'm gonna go with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee do not count for this. They are mainline. They are not spin-offs.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Do not count. So
Count that.
So
You missed
should I
it. Our
pick-
turn.
No, that was a clarification, not a no. Okay, I'm gonna say Ranger.
Pokemon Ranger is on here, but it is number 3. So, Rampart Baddies, you have control of the board. Would you like to pass or would you like to play?
You want to play?
Sure.
All right, let's play.
All right, Mallory, you have the next guess up. What are you thinking?
I'm going to say Mystery
Oh.
Dungeon.
Also, there are 6 answers.
Ooh.
That was my bad. I forgot.
What? I don't want to play anymore now.
You said Mystery Dungeon? You said Mystery
Yeah.
Dungeon? Okay, that is the number 1 answer with 27
Let's go!
points.
Good
Very
job.
good. Iconic games. Those make sense because they've been iconic for a very long time as well,
They're
for
very
a lot of
popular.
different generations. Yeah. All right, Maddie, what do you have for me for 6, 5, or 4?
Is Pokemon Coliseum on there? That's a spin-off game, right?
Pokemon Coliseum is a spin-off game. Unfortunately, it is not on the board. It was very close, but it is just below the 6th answer.
Dang.
So you have 1 strike.
So you didn't lump that with its other one.
If I had put it on there, it would have been lumped together. So don't guess XD either.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah, it was so close. It was so
Yeah.
close.
I think I will go with Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium is not on the board here,
Oh my gosh.
which I was.
Oliver.
People.
It was close. It was another one that was close, but wasn't on there. I was
Yeah, but
surprised.
respectfully, who are these people?
Lo siento.
I got. This is our 3rd strike, right, Maddie? I have one if you don't, but it's okay.
I got one.
Okay.
Detective Pikachu?
Good answer.
Detective
good answer.
Pikachu not on the
Good
board.
They made a whole fucking movie off it!
The movie I think is pretty controversial.
All right, Ollie, Matt, you have a chance to steal. Do you have a guess for me here?
I have 2 in mind, Ollie. Are you thinking of any?
I have 1.
Is it pinball?
Yes.
I was between pinball or like the trading card game.
Oh, like
Oh.
TCG Pocket? Or like online?
Well, there's like TCG Online, TCG Pocket, and the original that was on the Game Boy, and the actual cards itself.
Oh.
So all of that in 4. Like, but I also think pinball is like one of the first spin-offs that people think of, and it was on the Game Boy, so more people probably played that because Game Boy sold more than Nintendo.
I kind of go with pinball.
Me too. Let's do pinball. We'll do Pokemon pinball.
Pinball is number 5 on the board.
Good job,
Good
Ollie.
answer. Good answer.
So let's see. All right. We're at
I was also thinking Poke Park.
Do some
Oh,
math.
yeah.
People said Poke Park, but not quite enough to be on here. Let's see.
I never played it, but it looks fun.
Well, like,
It looks
does
fun.
Go classify as a spin-off game?
Pokemon Go is the number 6
I guess
answer.
so.
Oh, I guess that is a game.
Yeah.
The
No,
Gen 6 game, thank you very much.
The number 4 answer is Pokemon Conquest, which I could not believe because it was one of my favorite games.
Okay.
Nobody talks about it.
I'm
I
a
don't even know
little
what that
less
one
offended
is.
by these answers.
Yeah.
The art was very good in Conquest.
I was obsessed with Pokemon Conquest. It was like Risk, but also Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And that was good for me. That was very good for me. All right, let's
And
see.
Masters is also a game that's currently out right now too. I don't know if people. That's like a tap-in one or something.
I don't know that
Just
one.
tap a
I'm
lot.
not sure what that one is.
You like collect the characters, but then you're like, cool, they're here now. It's kinda
Oh.
it.
Well, all right. Okay. Okay, so for the last 2 rounds, the points will be doubled. So the points that you see on the board will be doubled from what they previously are. So keep that in mind that these ones are some big ones.
Heard.
So question number 9 we have so this is Maddie. Nope, this is Mallory and Ollie. All right. The question is, what is a move you'd want when catching an elusive Pokemon?
Buzz.
Ollie, what do you have for me?
Mean look.
Mean Look is on the board at number 2. Mallory, you have a chance here.
I was gonna say sleep powder.
Sleep Powder is on here, but it is number 3. So the fairy type
Good
fairies
answer.
have control of the board.
It's okay,
Ollie, I think
Mallory.
you should
I only
play.
know one. So
Okay, it's all good.
Would you guys like to guess, or would you like to?
We'll play.
Okay. All right.
We got this. If
All
we
right,
don't,
Matt.
then we don't.
Matt, what do you have? What do you have here?
False swipe.
Yeah,
Oh.
good answer. Good answer.
False
That's
swipe
the
is
only
the
one I
number
know.
1 answer.
Yeah,
Yep.
good answer. That was gonna be my next guess.
Great minds think alike.
Great minds. All right, Ollie, what do you have for me?
Do I go with another status move? Obviously. Thunderwave?
Thunder Wave is the number 6 answer on the board.
Good job.
Wow,
Good job.
that is awesome. Good job, Ollie.
All right,
I wouldn't
Matt,
have
what
thought
about
about
you?
it.
What do you have?
It's similar to Mean Look. Block.
Block is not on the board, unfortunately. So that's your first strike.
Y'all don't know nose pass like me.
I'll be real, I'm not good at Pokemon per se, and so all these moves I was like, I don't know.
I love that. That's
I
so
just
fun.
asked the question and then people were giving me advice. I'm like, I'll keep that in mind for next time.
That's awesome.
We already have sleep powder, but I kind of want to say spore.
Spore is the number 4 answer. In
Good
fact,
job. That was
100% accuracy.
there's one more
Yes.
one more answer left.
I don't
Number
know, I
5.
don't
Matt,
know.
do you have it?
Dark Void.
Dark Void is not on the board. No. That's your second
It's like a
strike, Ollie.
spore.
You have one more guess here.
Oh, God.
Definitively one more guess. Even if you get it right, that's it.
Try to think. Think.
This is a fun one. I have no idea.
It's good. It's good. I have 2 options. I'm gonna say this one's stupid. It's like not really like viable, but I'm just gonna say sing, just because it's another.
Sing is
Good job.
not on the board.
Oh, dang it!
All right, Mallory, you have a chance to steal.
roll through the status.
Mallory, the only other one I know is like hypnosis. That's all I got.
Yeah, like that, or
I defer to you. You play more games than I have.
I just get good. I don't need all these extra moves to catch up.
Use the master ball.
I just throw Pokeballs for as fast as I can.
No, I'm just good at the game. What'd you say? Hypnosis or yawn was the other one I was thinking.
Oh,
Um,
I'm good with yawn if you want to do yawn.
I feel like every time we pick one, we change our mind and it's the wrong answer.
Girl, don't worry. I have gotten them wrong so many times. I'm not upset.
I feel like. What do you want to go with?
Let's do yawn. I don't even know that one, so I'm like, yeah, it must be good.
Yeah.
Yawn is unfortunately not on the board.
Oh.
It is unfortunately not on the board for you here today. Hold on,
It's
let me
hypnosis, I'm done.
I think hypnosis or rap.
In a
Spider
tragic turn of events, it is hypnosis. In a tragic turn of events.
This is some kind of curse.
I'm so sorry. You guys are overthinking. You guys are overthinking it.
We are. It's like trying too hard kind of thing.
All right, let's see. Yeah, that was the last answer was hypnosis. We have a lot of sleeping moves. We have one paralysis, mean look, and then false swipe is what we have on here. Let's see.
That was a good question. That's a tough one.
Mean look was a good one. I forgot that people, because I always use rock types and they know block and they never know mean look, and I forgot that was even like a move.
I only know false swipe because I specifically put bug types on my team.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, give me my Scyther.
All right. The last question here we have today has only 4 answers. People were pretty like in line with what they were feeling on this one. So this is an even one, so that means it's going to be Matt and Matty. Yes. Okay.
Good
the question: something you'd find in your in-game bag.
Buzz.
That felt identical to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh man. All right, chat. What do you think?
You got one of those cards?
We can flip a coin. We can flip a coin.
Maybe
I
chat
do have
can
a coin.
decide.
Look, I have one right here.
Maddie, you call it. You call it, Maddie.
I'll call tails.
Tails. Okay. Hang on. Let me
What is
flip
it? What is
properly. Oh, you want me to just call it from here?
Yes.
Okay. It was heads. Matt, you get to say your answer first.
Pokeball.
Pokeball
Good
was,
answer.
in fact, the number 1 answer. Yes.
Good answer.
All right. Would you guys like to pass or play?
We should play Ollie, right?
Okay, we can do that.
I don't want to pull your arm.
Ollie's afraid.
Ollie's like, please euthanize me.
I've screwed up quite.
Ollie, just think if this was
sometimes.
bowling, you would be dominating just like we would.
We can do
Ollie,
We'll play. We'll play.
At
We'll play.
this point, even if you guys got it wrong, we cannot make up.
Yeah. You might as well just have fun with it.
Go for it, Ollie.
Sunstone, you know?
Yeah. Linking
one
cord.
person to play something.
All right,
I'm gonna say
what?
potion?
A potion? Potion is answer number
Good
2
answer.
with 31
Good
points.
answer. Good answer.
Matt, it's back to you. There's only 2 answers left.
Escape rope.
Escape
Good
rope?
answer.
Not on the board. Not on the
Oh,
board.
darn.
Good luck escaping.
They won't be.
Everybody said they're fighting their way through.
Also, remember, this is the Pokeball and Potion take up 86 points out of the 100,
That's
so
crazy, yeah.
whatever
Are
other
they-
people would have said.
TMs?
TMs is answer number 4.
Wow.
Mhm.
the
So you
H
guys
in
have
that.
1 strike. It's back to you, Matt.
Okay, well then I guess 1 strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my more obscure answer then, and just hope that like you have another one. I'm gonna say repels.
Repels
answer.
is the number 3 answer on the
Good
board.
answer.
That is the first board fully completed
That's
that we have
crazy.
had. Okay, so
Ollie.
you guys get...
I like how you
Bring-
said repel was obscure.
I know. I was
Nobody's
like, I was like,
escaping,
two other
but like
people
they
not
are just
wanna
like,
actually
don't touch me.
Yeah,
Right.
that's literally me. I'm like, I don't actually want to play Pokemon.
No, that's me too. Well, in the beginning, as soon as I get, my starter to like level 20 for the first gym, then I'm like, don't ever talk to me again. Nobody else
Exactly.
interact with me.
The repel is the item that I use whenever I get scared and I have to run away.
Yes, exactly.
And you didn't feel like teaching Flash in Gen 1, so you just used repels and fumbled around.
I'm just like, ah! Oh
That's
my
why you had
god.
an escape rope.
I did get lost in a cave as a child for several days. For several days I was picking it up, struggling.
That's why
Alright.
I had to like rock Pokemon. That's all there were.
All right, fairy type fairies, you guys have won. Both of you you both had so much knowledge. I think you guys in the Rampart Baddies, you just second guessed yourselves too many
We
times.
kept overthinking.
You overthought.
It was a good competition.
Okay, so what we are gonna do now is we are going to move on to round 2, and so what's gonna happen on round 2 is that Matt and Ollie are going to compete in the quick money round, as they call it.
My favorite part.
Yes, so you guys are going to... I'm going to give 5 rapid-fire questions, and you guys are going to go one at a time. I'm going to have one of you guys, like, turn down your volume and mute and everything, so that we can't have any input, and then the other one is going to answer 5 rapid-fire questions. I'm going to start a timer for 1 minute, and you guys are going to have that much time to answer all of the questions. Let's see, what else? What else is there? I think that's about it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know where I'm
I've
at
seen
with
the
that?
show, so if it's like
Okay.
that, then I think we're good.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
so
is
it's
like the
the
show.
same thing, and like technically they're still the same board, but like it's up to you. Don't see it.
Oh,
then
yeah,
then your
okay.
points will get revealed, and like
So
usually
the
goal is
second
you have to get
person
200
has
points
to do a different answer than the first person.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's what I was gonna say. So like typically to like win the final, you have to cumulatively get 200 points,
Oh, right. Okay.
and then you win the money and the vacation or whatever they do.
Ollie, where are we going on this vacation?
Owen. Always or Lola.
I don't know. Have you not been to the island in what's the stop motion show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God,
Concierge place.
Yeah. I
Location.
cry every time I watch that show. So I would love to hang out with that side duck and Haru.
I want to
So
get
what
buried alive.
you guys are playing to try to get 200 points, and if you get 200 points, you get the secret bonus prize, which is I'm gonna draw you guys a little something, a little commemorative of your win. But if you don't reach those, if you don't get those 200 points, you don't get the
No
bonus
art
prize.
for you.
No
That
art for
is fair.
you.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, it's like you must gouge your eyes out and never look upon my art again.
The movie becomes mine.
What's gonna happen?
So,
Yeah, instantly blocked.
Also, Rampart Baddies, I'm going to need a little bit of help because I'm going to be focusing on reading the questions. If you guys can help me keep track of what answers they both give, because I'm not going to be able to, like, I don't want to, like, take up their time by writing it down. Friends. Thank you, Mallory. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me...
my work phone over here.
This is stressful. Ollie, what are you feeling? Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think I could.
All right, so Matt,
Matt,
honor
like-
system, I need you to turn your volume all the way down so you cannot hear what is happening here. He took out his AirPods.
And I'll just check back in like a minute.
I'll, like, wave frantically when you need to come back, okay? He can't hear me. I realize that now. All right, so I'm going to start the timer after I finish reading the first question. Are you ready, Ollie?
Yes.
I believe in you.
Okay, so here we go. First question. Name the bear you would like to eat the most from the Pokemon universe.
Pecha. Very.
A Pokemon you'd find on a ranch.
Miltank.
Best Pokemon to eat.
Cherubi.
Pokemon with the most toxic fans.
Charizard.
Number 5, the most iconic Pokeball.
Love Ball.
Say it. You need to say love ball.
Okay, that's it. We're good. You had plenty of time still. Matt, you're
Obviously,
back.
that was the.
Matt, come back. He can't see. Matt, please. Matt, please. Oh, he girl boss too close to the
Give him a
sun.
minute. I would text him if I wasn't on my phone.
Matt, he's on his phone too. Girl, come back.
We should have told him how long the timer was.
You said a minute.
This is a minute, but he's like really locked in. Return.
We're good. We're good.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. You can put your headphones back in.
How good
Okay.
was my counted minute? Huh?
I think it was good, but Ollie. Well, no, it was good, but Ollie only took like 30 seconds because he was.
Oh, that's what
locked
it
in.
was. That's what it was.
So you're like dating there, and we're like, oh, Matt, come back. All right,
Oh,
so
that's so funny.
Mallory, you now have the job that if Matt says an answer that Ollie has already said, you go bah!
Yeah.
or something akin to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Matt, are you ready for your quick money round?
I'm gonna bet.
Yes.
Come on, hair across.
All right. Question number one. The timer will start after I finish reading the first question. Name the berry that you would like to eat the most from the Pokemon universe. Go.
Citrus berry.
A Pokemon you'd find on a ranch.
Miltank.
Meh.
Tauros.
Best Pokemon to eat.
Slowpoke.
Pokemon with the most toxic fans.
Charizard.
Meh.
Incineroar.
The most iconic Pokeball.
Ultra Ball.
And your time. Very good. Well done.
Matt, I
All
want
right.
you to know that we would have picked almost exactly the same answers.
Really? Oh,
You and I would have, yeah.
All right. You guys did a great job. You answered way faster than I was thinking you might. So, okay, first person was Ollie. And Ollie said for the berry question,
Pecha.
Pecha.
Yum.
And Pecha was on the board with 22 points.
Very
in fact, it was the
nice.
third
Good
answer.
job.
The number one answer was Orin. Oh,
Oh.
well, we'll see that later. Let's see.
Say number one after Matt's reveals.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. The Pokemon that you would find on a ranch, he said,
Miltank.
Miltank was the number one answer on here. Yes, in fact.
Good job, Ollie.
For Pokemon that would be best to eat, he said
Cherubi.
Cherubi. Cherubi is
Okay.
unfortunately not on the board here today.
Roped a little bit, but that's okay.
It was an
Yeah,
answer
I
that a
might
lot of
be
people
failed
said.
on that.
A lot of people did say that answer, but it did not make it into the top quantity.
Oh, see, that's good to know. It's validated.
Pokemon with the
I
most
didn't.
toxic fans, he said
Zard.
the Zard. Zard was the number one answer with 62 points.
Good job, Ollie.
And number 5, the most iconic Pokeball, he said,
Love Ball.
and the Love
Oh,
Ball
that
was
was
on the
good.
board. It was on the board.
Oh my gosh, there were no
Good job,
Golden Cup answers.
Ollie.
No, Ollie, I was one of those votes. I was one of those votes. I was one of those votes.
Always.
It's so good.
It's literally the most iconic Pokeball.
All right,
I like
so that
Friend
was so. Let's
Friend Ball's
see.
great too. That is actually great too.
Let's see. So you have 131 answers.
Look at that.
Or question
That's
or
really
points.
good, Ollie.
Good job.
So all Matt needs is another 69. Nice to make it to our bonus prize. All right. So
Very
for the first question, the berry that Matt would like to eat most in the Pokemon universe was, in fact, citrus, which I accidentally
That's what I
revealed.
would've said, too.
But yeah, that was
Thank
the
you.
number 2 answer. The number, I think I took the top 5 from each of these categories, or at least from some of them. For this one, at least. The next was
Number
Raz, and then Pineapple. The number 1 was
So what was
Orange.
number one?
Oh,
Oranberry.
Pokemon
Orange.
Glowberry.
Yeah,
no,
so
This is weird because citrus is the correct answer.
period.
Raz and Pineapple makes sense because of Pokemon Go, I think. I think that's where
Pineapple
that
does
one
make
came
sense.
in.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Totally.
The Pokemon you would find on a ranch was
Tauros.
Tauros. That was the number 2 answer with 29 points. The next ones were Mudspray line, the Ponyta line, and Mareep. Those were the other answers.
Oh
on here.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I forgot all of those existed.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
would've
would
been like,
have done exactly
full
what y'all
loss.
did and
Yeah.
said Miltank and then said Tauros.
Mhm. Okay, number
cool.
3, the best Pokemon to eat. He said
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke?
The tail.
Slowpoke was right in the middle there with 16 points.
Oh, nice.
Not number one?
No, the number 1 was Alcremie. Then next is Magikarp. Right after Slowpoke was the Vanillite line. Number 3 was
Okay.
or the next was Miltank, and then Farfetch'd, which I think Maddie had
Eat
something to do
Miltank?
with.
The
Well, I
Farfetch
don't
is
have
a
anything
good
to do
one.
with that. That one's Pokedex entry is literally, it's so delicious, it's endangered.
You talk about it all the time, though. You talk about it very frequently, Maddie.
Also, who's eating Magikarp? Because there's a whole part of the anime about how they can't fucking eat it.
I think
Yeah,
all
they're
that
like,
people think of is that one little section where they're imagining what it could be like to eat, I think. where it's
Yeah.
like, ooh,
And
it's
not the
prepared
part where it
beautifully.
breaks their teeth.
But also, like, the
Farfetch-
canon of
Farfetch was a good
Pokemon
one.
is that, like, everything regenerates. So, like, they're not afraid to eat anything. They just literally, like, toss, like, bones back into the water and it's just gonna, regenerate.
I don't know what to tell you,
And then
alas.
Farfetch was his like lore is like it's a duck that like showed up with the garnish already in its mouth.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
really smart.
Exactly.
I should have
Mhm.
said. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't have said that because
No, you got a good
I
answer.
would
You
have
got a good answer.
That's yeah.
Okay, the Pokemon with the most toxic fans, Matt said.
Incineroar.
I don't know if that's a good
Incineroar
answer.
It is.
is
but-
not on the board. The number one answer, like we said, was Charizard. Next was Vaporeon, Gardevoir, Greninja, Pikachu, and then Gengar. Which I think kind of revamped the popular Pokemon, but
Yeah.
in some ways. And
But
then
like pick the one
controversial.
you don't like and it's still in the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the most iconic Pokeball, Matt said
Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball, which
never
was on the board with 8 points. The
at
most, the highest percentage was just Pokeball, just a regular one.
Is that 69
That's
points?
what I would have guessed, yeah.
And then Master
Yeah, it
Ball,
is.
then Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, Luxury, and then Love Ball were the order of the
Quick
answers.
ball.
Love Ball should be
Oh, yeah,
number
Quick Ball is smart.
1.
Master
And-
Ball wasn't up there.
Master Ball was the second
It's number
answer.
2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you guys ended up with 208 points, which means you
Look at
did
that.
make it. Congratulations! You did it.
Your Ultra Ball won us.
The Ultra Ball. Well, yeah.
No, Slowpoke got you to exactly
Got you
200.
to 200.
Ultra
Oh, really?
Ultra Ball was just that little flex after.
Yeah.
A little
Ultra
bit
Ball was
extra.
like, we had a couple more questions, babe.
But yeah, you guys succeeded. Thank you guys all so much
Let's
for
go.
playing this game with me.
This
I
was
had
so
such a fun
fun.
time. I want to do it again.
Thank you,
So, might have you back. Might be fun. If you always want to come
This was
back
super fun.
sometime.
I mean, I'm here
Okay, anytime.
So fun.
Thank
But-
you.
Yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. If you guys want to see this
That's super
again,
cool.
leave some comments on any of our collective videos being like, "Hey, that was really fun. Come see us
Yes.
again." If you want to see us and all these lovely contestants come back again. But I think I will let you guys go. I have kept you for about an hour and a half. But thank you guys all
Awesome.
so much for
Everybody.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Finn, for putting this together.
Yes, thank you.
This was
Thank you,
fun.
Maddie and Mallory.
Thank you guys so
Yeah,
much
thanks
for
guys
playing.
for playing.
I'll see you guys all
Bye.
later. Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
Oh, the thing to go away is gone. Oh, help. Help.
How do I get out?